Hey peeps, we are getting close to the official launch week and the point at which I'd love for you to write your honest review of My Happy Place on Amazon. Now, if you're willing to write an Amazon review, do me a favor and just hold off on posting it until sometime during the official launch week, which is July 22nd through the 28th. That's our best shot to get good momentum out of the gate for the book's ranking. Now, this is probably the most important tutorial I'll share with you throughout the launch. Okay, yeah, so it's how to leave an Amazon review. And I know that that sounds really obvious, but Amazon has been known to remove reviews if they see a reason to flag them. So let's go over best practices and hoops that we may have to jump through to ensure your review stays up on Amazon. We'll start with best practices. Number one, if we are personally connected, don't mention it when you go to write your review. And what I mean by that, Amazon frowns upon reviews that appear to be too closely connected to the author or that show signs of nepotism. So let's say my mom wrote a review and said something like, "My daughter's book is so amazing and everyone should buy 10 copies." Amazon would probably remove that review. Now, even though I feel closely connected to all of you, your reviews are legit. You've read the book. I'm not bribing you to say anything specific. We're not related, and you have honest feedback. So if you choose to write a review, you'll want to be careful in your word choice just so that Amazon doesn't flag you. When you're referring to me, instead of phrases like my childhood friend, former student, or my neighbor, just refer to me by my name, first and last name, just my first name or my last name, or just the author. Basically, you want to keep it more formal rather than obviously personal. Best practice number two, be a verified purchaser. That means you purchase your own copy of the book through Amazon, even though I gave you an advance copy. Now, it's absolutely not mandatory for you to purchase my book, and you can still leave a review if you don't. However, when you write a review of any product that you buy on Amazon, they'll tag you as a verified purchaser. That tag basically gives you street cred, and it means your review not only has more authority for other potential buyers to trust your word, but Amazon will be more likely to approve it. So again, it's not a requirement that you buy my book, but to that end, if you want to show up as a verified purchaser, I'm keeping the price low at just 99 cents for the Kindle format through the first full week of the launch, so through July 28th. That way, if you choose to purchase through Amazon, it'll cost you a lot less to support my book than to buy one of those caramel macchiatos you know I'm so fond of. But I want to reiterate, you don't have to purchase the book through Amazon to leave a review there. So if you decide you'd rather not buy the book and you just want to leave a review, you can still do that. Okay. Now on to the hoops we must jump through. In keeping with the purchasing theme, hoop number one, there's another wrench to throw in here. While you don't have to purchase the book itself to write a review on it, you do have to have spent at least $50 on Amazon in the last 12 months. This went into effect a few years ago, and I get why they do it. It's a protection thing. They want to make sure real customers are the ones leaving the feedback, but it does unfortunately leave a few headaches for an author and her launch team. So just keep that in mind. Okay, hoop number two. When you go to write your review, search for the book on Amazon natively. What I mean by that, you'll want to actually type in your browser Amazon.com. Then when you're on the site, use the search box to physically type in the title of the book and my name to get to the product page. The reason for this, when I or anyone else shares a link with you, there's a good chance that it's got a timestamp or some coding attached to it that Amazon can track. So they will know if you got to the book's product page and wrote a review via a link that someone shared with you, and that can get your review flagged. Here's another one. Hoop number three. Amazon will flag your review if more than one person in your household reviews the same product. So if you and your spouse and your live-in mom-in-law all write a review, Amazon will very likely flag and remove those, okay? So I know that's a lot to absorb, which is part of the reason that I wanted to get this info out to you well before launch week. So feel free to rewatch this if you need to. But very quickly, I do want to take you just into my computer and show you how to write a review on Amazon, just in case you've never done it. I'm going to go in and review a book that I have actually purchased here on Amazon. And it is one of the best books that I've read recently, specifically for public speaking. It's called The Successful Speaker. It's by Grant Baldwin. Really easy read and impactful. If you have any interest in public speaking, this is a really, really good book. But I have the hard copy of this. So I am a verified purchaser of this book, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, past all the fun stuff that he's got in here. So you do have to scroll typically quite a bit. And then I'm just going to write my own customer review right here. And then once you're in, you can start rating it. I really liked this book. I do give it 5 stars. I believe it is a extremely helpful tool. I don't have any photos of it. Then it'll ask you to add a headline. Let's say super impactful resource. You like my typos? Okay, my review is going to be short and sweet. All right, I'll just tweak this a little bit so I'm not repeating myself. So an easy to follow roadmap of how to break into a sometimes mysterious field. Highly recommend this book if you're looking for guidance on the process of the public speaking business. Okay, perfect. And then you just submit it. And then you will get a notice that your review has been submitted. They are going to process it, make sure that it meets their guidelines, and then it should appear. So that about covers it. And I know that it's a lot of sort of red tape just for a simple review, but the last thing that I want is for your legitimate feedback to get taken down by Amazon. And in the end, it's quality reviews that really help the book's success more than anything right out of the gate. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, guys. You know I'll be in touch soon.